3, 2.
What's your favorite class?
My favorite class?
Ever.
I don't have a favorite class, but I like computer math a lot because I enjoy working with computers. I know that sounds like a really stupid answer, but it's the truth.
I like classes that have open discussions where thoughts can be just completely expounded upon.
I've really gotten into physics this year. I heard from past students that physics was just going to be a tough course and it was no fun and you never learned anything because it was just so abstract. But I found that physics is probably my favorite course. It is intense, there is a lot of work in it. It takes up probably twice as much as any of your other classes combined.
Okay, his name is Paco. He's a Spanish cowboy who fought for Pancho Villa during the Texas invasion of Texas.
What's your favorite thing to eat in the cafeteria?
Probably the chicken strips. They seem to be actually made with real meat. A rarity.
If I could change anything, I would change either the cafeteria, the way they set up the cafeteria. I think the lunches are awful. I just...
Miss Roger Watersdale.
Okay, the dances at Highland Park, they're fun, but like they're really social. And I don't know, I think the Howdy Dance is one of the most important dances because it's the first dance of the year and all the freshmen are just coming in and everyone kind of wants to see how everyone looks over the summer. I mean, how they've changed. And everyone wants to see who the cute new boy is and everything, so.
My favorite dance was probably homecoming my freshman year because it was just such a big deal. I went with Roger Brown, and we were best friends.
Well, I was completely surprised. I wasn't expecting it at all. And most people say, oh, the cheerleaders always get it, but I figured since I'd only been here for 4 years and hadn't really gotten to know anyone really good, that really wasn't one of the things I was going to get nominated for. So when I did find out, I was really surprised and really happy. I was excited. My parents went into major shock. They didn't know what I'd been doing to get that, but I was really happy and really excited.
One thing I dislike about this school and the pep rallies is this school is the only school that ever sits down in the pep rally while they're cheering. If you look around, you can see people in the stands, they'll be sitting down. And it's unusual when you've been to other schools, you know, bass drums going dum, 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 you know, and everyone will be cheering and standing up. In our school, everyone's sitting down. It's great.
Well, our purpose is really just to get all the students fired up and everything, and the parents, and just really get everyone excited. And we see a lot that people don't see, because a lot of times people are just talking and socializing and stuff, and we hear the comments between the guys and the coaches, and we just really hear them all talking and get to really see the game a lot more.
I say we can beat the Patriots any old time.
I think that the team really just didn't click. If you don't play football, that's a hard term to understand, but when the momentum starts going your way, what you really never did for us, then it's almost impossible to lose.
The best thing about football is definitely winning. And we only experienced that 4 times this year, but those 4 times were great. And the worst thing about football is losing, and we experienced that 6 times this year. But the ones we lost, it was pretty close. I mean, we weren't blown out or anything.
The thing I hate most about football is it being over. Because I've done football all my life, and I don't know. I never did like hauls or anything so I don't know what it's going to be like to do that. It's going to be hard just getting through it. I mean, like, not having it.
What I like about cross country is that it's a lot of fun. You have to work hard, but you accomplish a lot. You run a long way, and it feels good to know that you can do something a lot of people can't.
Okay, cross country takes like a lot of dedication because, I mean, you're running real hard, you're working real hard, and then on the weekends you run on Saturday morning, you have to leave the school early, so you can't really go out. And it takes a lot of dedication, but you really get results.
I started playing volleyball as a freshman. I played all 4 years, and it's been my life. It's been all my friends, and we go out together, we have fun together, we support each other, we know everything about each other.
I mean, I love basketball, but you don't. In basketball, you really knock people around. But in volleyball, you can be so athletic and so physical, and yet graceful, and yet nice and ladylike. You know, because if you can kill the ball and everything. Oh yeah, but it's not like, oh, you brute.
Forget the beat. I'm serious.
Maybe that's next.
Okay, well then will you unblock?
And we are trying to lift this debilitating affliction.
You are getting angry with me. Is this what it's like to be educated? I would be very pleased to have you call me Sophia.
There you are.
I'm so proud.
Sweet Sophia, time to wake up, my pretty one. Time to be proposed to.
I was really preppy, like, I guess, I used to wear chocolate suit dresses up until they stopped making them in my size, and then I was really preppy in middle school, but people started thinking I was a freak when I started wearing, like, fluorescent clothes and stuff like that, and ever since then, I wore my pajamas on pajama day. Well, I mean, I just wore the top. That's one thing. I feel really silly when I'm dressing up when you're supposed to dress up, except for on Halloween. I dress up every day, so I just dress down on dress-up days, I guess.
Well, I think that fashion, I think it's a big deal to some people, and I know it used to be, like when I was a freshman and sophomore, I'd try to have the perfect little outfit with the skirt and the shirt and the sweater vest, but this year a couple people noticed I've gotten really into sweats, and they're comfortable, I like them, they're just a lot of fun. It's really just an effect. Fashion, I don't know, I don't really get into that. Just whatever you want to wear.
You know, I just like to go to school in blue jeans, shirt, or, you know, maybe look nice sometimes, but it's really no
great problem to me how I should look.
Watch out for the seniors. Senior pranks are one of the common things around here.
Yeah.
Freshman year was tough, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
This is Collier Henson here. See, some more senior pranks here.
Yeah.
Well, I think the video yearbook is a good idea because we can look back on our high school years, and especially since we're seniors this year, then it'll be really good, I guess. Me too.
This is how we used to do calculations in chemistry. Can you believe that? Well, if I wanted to multiply something, I'd take this in the slide rule, put it there, take the cursor and put it over there. And would y'all believe that 2 times 4 equals 8 on the slide rule?
No. No.
Does it really? When do they invent these things?
Yeah, like this.
No, right now. That's it. Get warm.
Well, you know, I guess if there's one word to describe me, it would have to be engine massive, you know. I guess it'd have to be incredible. No, make that awesome. You know, I'm pretty good. I do really good at the meets. And I do pretty good on vault, rings. You know, I'd say I'm, the best.
Look at that butcher! On your hips.
Our 15-15 record was in no way indicative of the fun we had either. We had fun making up rap songs about how bad the other team was, even though they often beat us. We also had our pregame meals together and practiced together. But one of the most fun things was the bus rides on the way to the road game. We made fun of each other's girlfriends and of teachers, especially their clothes or their hair, but only in jest, of course, because teachers are our favorite people.
Hey there! Hey, come on, man. You gotta clap. Let's go.
I say hello to my mom. Don't film that guy.
Father, we're just thankful to have this opportunity. Just let us go out, each of us do the very best we can do. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. 1, 2, 3. Scott!
Let's go, guys. Scott.
any good. And then my freshman year, I was really bad. But I was tall, and so they said, you have potential, and I worked on it, and I got to be pretty good.
I'm Chris. And I'm Bryce. We're dressed up tonight because we're singing at a Christmas dinner.
Banquet. Yes, a banquet. And our job is to entertain all of the parents.
After we eat the roast beast. Roast beast, that is, because it's mystery meat. Yes, but we're going to have fun. And we're going to be here for 3 hours and enjoy it.
Oh, my God.
The angels song the wonder tells. This is Christmas. This is Christmas. This is Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Gay, gay, the children's voices filled with laughter, filled with glee.
But the other doors I thought were really, really good. Like, I remember the one down by us, first period, the foods and nutrition door. It was real neat. It was all lit up and everything. I liked all the lights and how the student council came in and put like a frosting on the windows because we don't get any snow or anything. And I liked all the lights and all the decorations that we had.
Christmas at school is really interesting because the first week and a half before you go into your Christmas vacation, you start to, things get a lot easier, teachers go easier on you, you start to do more festive things like the Christmas stores and Christmas baskets, and you go to the assembly and hear the choirs in the hall, and Mr. Wilkes and Mr. Smith and Dr. Puckett playing in the library. It's real cool. And then you go into your vacation, and just everything that goes on at the school just gets you in the Christmas spirit.
I've enjoyed advanced drama. It's been a lot of fun. You know, I was in the senior play, and you know, we've all been involved with musicals and stuff, and it's been a lot of fun. It's not too much hard work. It's not real academic, and it's just, you know, it's a fun class. I would suggest it. Miss Rye is great, and that's about it. You know, a lot of fun.
God, this is just what I wanted to always be known. On your fist.
Who's that belong to anyway?
Ooh. Ah.
All the things I'm missing, good victuals, love, and kissing, are waiting at the end of my ride. Head 'em up, move up, head 'em up, head 'em up, move up, ride, right then, cut 'em up, cut 'em up, cut 'em up, right then, ride, ride.
Hi, my name is Andy. Today is a great day because I usually go out with boys. Today we find out who our female compassionates are.
Highland Park Swimming, what can you say? It's a really great sport. It's a great program. You learn a lot of self-discipline. You're physically tested every day. Workouts are 2 hours every morning. Personally, I learned a lot of self-discipline. You learn team spirit, cheering for your buddies, individual achievement you can see. It's just a great all-around program.
Right now we're dissecting a fetal pig, and it sounds really gross because you go and you have your tray and you go to get your pig, and your pig is sitting in a bucket of formaldehyde with all these other pigs, and you have to reach in there and pick it up. And that's really gross, and everybody's screaming, and all the girls are going, and all the guys are going, oh, ho, 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 you know. But once you get your pig, it's really weird because, I mean, it's your pig, and it's almost like your pet. You know, I mean, it's my baby pig, and I named it, and I bought a special container for it. We cut off the skin and we look at the muscles and stuff, and that's really interesting. And I almost feel guilty when I mess that because it's my pig.
Want a close-up look at a pig fetus kidney? Here you go. This is a pig fetus kidney. Very, notice the contortions, and it's rather bean-like shape.
Okay.
It's very interesting.
Oh, 1 foot.
It goes to the girls.
No.
He hits him. That's
Got it. Wrong.
They're discussing it.
Discuss. 54.
You're a freshman, and Mike is calling you. Mike.
What is your dance round?
Oh, yes. Okay, yes, I think so. I will come there.
The senior talent show had a variety of acts this year. They had a guitar soloist, a hula girl with singers behind her. They had rappers. They had the drill team came out and danced. They had a various number of duets, a couple of bands, piano soloists, comedy dancers, a ballet dancer, and a couple of comedy routines.
The money comes, the money goes.
fact, not only were we district champions, by-district champions, area champions, but we were also regional runner-ups. I hope that's right. I never can remember. But anyway, we were one of the 8 teams left in the state, and it was awesome.
Wait, let me tell you, there is a little little skirmish between the soccer and the football team. I don't know. So I think it's just because we always do better than they do. But I couldn't tell you the truth. That's just this little thing. When you were born, you just say, you know, either football or soccer. You go either way, and you kind of walk the line.
I just want to see what was meant to be.
When we started December, we ran our little butts off. We ran 10 miles a day, more so than any other man's ever run before. We run, and we get so high that you just like collapse on the ground. And then there were freshmen there, like Derek Slosny and Doe Ward, and they'd come pick you up. We just run so hard, and then we just get shin splints, then we get injured. But hey, it's all worth it, right? Of course, you have great memories in high school, even though those shin splints, and you get injured, and later on, your knees, yes, this knee right here will probably be injured after I run in college, but it's an experience, and we all love it.
The golf team does have a lot of fun, and we have a great time going out there and playing every day, but it's a lot of dedication too, because you really have to practice, and I think it looks a lot easier than it really is. And everyone has to put in a lot of time out of school and on the weekends practicing.
Oh, beauty. Pick it out. Yeah.
We have a pregame warm-up thing. What we do is I normally warm up about 15 minutes before the game and pitch to Craig Spivey normally time. He catches me, and then the infield goes through its drills, and they have warm-up and everything, and each player gets a time to get ready before the game. They throw some to first base and get their arms warmed up. And then during the game, we talk a lot. We encourage each other to do better, and like that really keeps you going out there when you're having troubles out there and you hear your teammates on the bench talking to you. It really gives you a feeling like I can do this, and I just do what I do best. I throw pitches, and that's what they help me do.
How's that Star Spangled Banner go? Oh, say, can you, is that right? See, by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam.
So we started off really good the first of the year. We were like 7-0, and then we went to a tournament in South Grand Prairie, and we came in second place, and we tied DeSoto, which was the number one team in the area for the whole year, and then went to the semifinals for state.
Oh! Oh, no way!
The prom? Great idea. Definitely the best dance this year. It was a really memorable night. The decorations were really neat and all the gambling and dancing. And it was really great to see everyone get all dressed up and having so much fun.
Prom King and Prom Queen, I thought was a really good idea because it got spirits boosted a little bit around school, and it was kind of fun to try to, like, just like you were trying to run someone in an election, you're trying to get, you know, Andy or somebody for Prom King or Meredith for Prom Queen, and I thought it was great that Andy and Meredith got it because they're really great guys.
Clayton Kennington, Andy Stinson, Matt C. Jones, and Grady Goodwin. And the 1988 Prom King is...
Now the nominees for Prom Queen are Susan Stansberry,
Meredith Solomon, Pauline C., Molly Davenport, and Kristen Allen. And the winner is Meredith Solomon. All right, and attention please. It's now time for the casino prize auction, and tonight our auctioneer is Mike Mokry.
I got $60,000. I got 64,000 over here, 64,764. I got 64,000, I got 65,000 over here. I got $65,000 going once. $65,000 twice. Sold for $65,000.
This is one of my wildest dreams ever to come true. Ever since I was a young lad, I've always had the dream of becoming an upcoming king. And I feel this is just the tip of the iceberg, and now I'm going to go on to be Mr. Universe. I'm bodybuilding recently, and I think I have a pretty good shot at it in 1992. Thank you very much.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I've got a budding career, and I don't know. I think it's very nice, and I'm very flattered, and thank you.
In Right Turns, we learn about how to help others, and drinking and anorexia and bulimia, and we had people come talk to us about the different things, people, experts on each of the things. Right Turns it was a fun time. It was fun because you got to become friends with a lot of other people and got to know them a lot better. Well, we went to Lake Sharon. We all drove out there. Freshmen had to get rides from their parents.
Hey everybody.
Out here at Lake Sharon? But the facilities are so nice.
We had a great time.
Definitely, especially here with Mr. Smith.
And Mr. Smith.
What happened was, I had my test, and she kind of took off one wrong.
And he's about to graduate from junior high. And he's like a real troublemaker. And he's like 16. This is like...
I think one of the hardest things working on West Side Story was the physical. The physical part was hard. I mean, all the dancing and all the rehearsals. The auditions were a real stressful time, I remember, you know, because everybody wants the part and everybody does their best to get the part. And there's a lot of mental stress that's associated with the auditions, of course. And like I said, the dancing and the music, it was all very hard to learn. I think from that standpoint it was difficult. Sometimes it was hard working with each other, you know, when we got grumpy or tired or whatever. But I think in the end all of us turned out to be friends, so that didn't turn out to be quite as difficult as in the beginning it seemed to be.
The deal is a fair fight between you and Diesel.
I'll give you about $2.
You got me. Come on, Diesel. Come on.
Now, what are you, little chicken, huh? Come on, come on.
We need to go pick up all the trash. Come on.
Okay. It's over.
Hey, come here. You're going for Julie.
I had so much fun at the senior picnic. My eyes bled for 2 weeks.
Are we all in the picture?
Yeah. We're almost graduating, and tonight we're gonna go out and get some IBC and some guacamole dip, and spread it on, put the guacamole.
Man, don't say that, Jay. They're not gonna be able to put it on.
And then
shut up.
I'll go backwards. It's easier. Ah! Crud! Ow, 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 ow.
Tom, you're good. You're too good, Tom.
Completely loose.
Are you ready?
Come on, everybody get in the game.
most precious years of our lives. You have guided us through these 4 years with the leadership and guidance of teachers, friends, and parents.
We're always proven
I'm indeed privileged to present to you tonight our Texas Teacher of the Year, Margaret Trout.
Several weeks ago, Patrick started coming by my room almost every other day, popping his head in and saying, "Do you have the speech written yet?" And every day I would say, "No, Patrick, not today." Well, the next few weeks passed, and then he came in and I said, "Mrs. Troutman, do you have the speech written yet?" I said, "Yes, Patrick, I do." His next question was, "How long is it?" And Lee explains that one man cannot ever understand another man until he has walked around in his shoes and looked at the world through his eyes.
Present tonight have met all requirements for participation in tonight's commencement ceremony. Let's begin the presentation of diplomas.
Yvonne Lavender.
With honors, Susan Lee Leonard. Robert Perry Claney. With honors, Robert Edwin Moore, Jr.
Hello everyone, I'm Brad Wright from Channel 5 News, and this is Yearbook Video. As you look back on 1987-88, it can perhaps best be described as a year of trauma and drama. It was the year the wife of prominent Dallas minister Walker Rayleigh was found nearly strangled to death in the garage of the family home. Suspicion focused on Rayleigh when it was discovered he'd been seeing another woman and the two had discussed marriage.
How do you feel?
She's a Dallas psychologist, Lucy Papillon. Rayleigh, though, has never been charged with any crime. He and Miss Papillon have moved to San Francisco. Peggy Rayleigh remains in a coma. It's late Thursday afternoon in the hill country of Texas, July 16th. Rain starts falling and keeps falling. It rains all night, thus setting the stage for the worst flooding along the Guadalupe River in 50 years. And caught right in the middle of it, a church bus and van filled with school kids from our area. Unable to outrun the floodwaters, the vehicles are swept away. And despite a massive rescue effort, 10 youngsters are lost. One of them, 17-year-old John Bankston Jr., to this day has not been found. In September, a wonderful event that many Texans will never forget. Pope John Paul II came to San Antonio. It was a visit that touched off a frenzy that swept across the state. Hundreds of thousands came to the Alamo City to hear the pontiff's message, a message that meant something to each and every one of them. For 58 hours in October, the nation and most of the world turned its attention to Midland, Texas. While playing with friends in her backyard, 18-month-old Jessica McClure fell into an abandoned well. For the next 2.5 days, an army of rescue workers toiled around the clock, digging down below Jessica, then tunneling up to her. When at last little Jessica was carried from her underground tomb, the world smiled and cried. Nationally, it was the year of Ollie North, Jim and Tammy Baker, Donna Rice, Jimmy Swaggart, the year of the stock market crash and bank failures. An incredible year for news, much of it heartwarming, a lot of it heartbreaking. A year in which we learned to expect the unexpected. I'm Brad Wright, Channel 5 News.
Yo, Highland Park. I mean, I really don't cut you guys any slack on the radio, but I love you all. I'm all for it. I'm always geeking on you, but hey, it's because I like you. I've been out there a couple of times, and you've treated me very well. My name is Jimmy Steele. I'm from the Rock and Roll Eagle, the radio station. Well, you know who we are. Either you love us or you hate us, but you know who we are, because that's what we're supposed to do. Well, you understand. Some of you are getting out. Some of you are seniors already at Highland Park. Jeez, well, 88 was a great year, and you guys helped make it a great year for the Eagle, and I hope maybe this little best wishes message comes in handy along the way. And I may be long gone, but you'll remember the songs from 88 in the years to come, and these are some of the hottest ones that we played for you. Aerosmith, back in a big way this year with their Permanent Vacation CD, Angel, Dude Looks Like a Lady, big hit records thanks to you. And thanks for listening to all of them. And thanks for listening to me, Jimmy Steele, at the Rock and Roll Eagle. And have a great 88, and I hope the future holds everything your heart desires.
Can you be scary?
What do you think of this? You like it?
One of the most popular movies in 1987-88 had to be Beetlejuice, a wild, zany look at the afterlife starring Mr. Mom Michael Keaton. Movies in 1987-88 became box office hits for a number of reasons. They were outrageously funny and bizarre like Beetlejuice, or scary and frightening like Fatal Attraction. When a movie becomes a big hit, it's not uncommon to see it make over $100 million. For every movie that hits the big time, there's at least a dozen more that flop. Watch closely. Here's a sampling of the movie hits of 87-88.
25 unpaid parking tickets, and it's your car, so we have to take you in. Wait.
Eddie Murphy has the touch of gold. Beverly Hills Cop 2 topped the list in 1987 at $157 million. Arnold Schwarzenegger had the same Midas touch. Predator was a science fiction war film that wasn't as good as The Terminator, but still made mega millions. And then there's Sylvester Stallone, who grunted and groaned through Rambo 3. His longest line in the entire movie was 7 words. 1987 and 88 will also be remembered as the time Paul Hogan as Crocodile Dundee took the country once again by Australian storm. And Dallas actor Lou Diamond Phillips did the same in his first movie role as Richie Valens in La Bamba.
Last night never happened, and I'm going to marry him, and you and I are going to take this to our coffins.
And then there's Cher, who surprised everyone by winning the Oscar for Best Actress for a wonderful little Italian movie called Moonstruck. And Robin Williams didn't win an Oscar, but he was nominated for Good Morning Vietnam, one of the funniest movies in years. And television news tripped its way into the movie theater with broadcast news.
I don't want to lose my family.
And finally, some movie audiences literally ran frightened out of the movie theater as Michael Douglas and a crazy Glenn Close mixed passion and murder in Fatal Attraction.
Whatever resentment she's feeling, she's probably got it out of her system. What if she didn't get it out of her system? What then? Fatal Attraction.
I guess you thought you'd get away with it. Well, you can't.
87-88 had many other distinguished films. The Last Emperor won the Oscar for Best Picture. Steve Martin had a rubber nose in Roxanne. Tom Hanks became a child in Big. And Bill Cosby made the worst movie of the decade, a mess, called Leonard Part 6. That's a look at some of the best, and in Cosby's case, the worst movies of 1987-88. I'm Gary Cogill, Channel 8 News.
On behalf of those of us who have worked all year long in the yearbook video, we hope you enjoy it. See you next year.
Bye.
Yeah, I'll give you a mic check. Ah!
Oh my God. He really looks like an old lady.
Look.
Look now.
Okay. Yes, right here.
You know, it's been almost 2 years since I came to Highland Park, and this is the first time, and I was beginning to worry if I was ever going to have a chance to wear this hat. So it's a pleasure to be here.